Consider these words. It felt good when I experienced it for the first time. But then a few days later, I thought about it and it became forever insulting and vile. A matronizing disposal of a character of my youth. At first, I was I felt good about it. The opening scene was a bit annoying because why was that 12-year-old girl dragging Mr. Robot into the snow? Why? What's up with the recoil there? It it didn't bug me fully throughout the movie. I didn't grab onto that and feel annoyed. The ending, though, also felt a bit strange because M never really confronted his actions. He just ended it with a glass, you know? Felt kind of weird. Why have M be the source of the problem without having him confront the problem? Why did he die at the end? Why did Bond die at the end? Everything about this movie seemed like it should be okay. Bond now finally has a happy ending, but it didn't end that way, and it just why, if you were going to kill him, did it end this way? Like, his friends barely mourned him, and his mom, Matilda's mom, was like, let me tell you a story about a man called James Bond. James Bond. It was a noticeably off. It felt noticeably off. You don't, like, tell stories about James Bond around a fireplace. You experience Bond. He's not Luke Skywalker. It was strange. I didn't watch the woke Me Too generation interview campaign. If I had, this kind of okay movie would have probably felt very annoying, like it's feeling right now. Here's some plot holes and questions. How does a 12-year-old girl handle that recoil? Why was she dragging him outside? Why was 007B so juvenile? Why, if he was sprayed already, didn't the nanites already enter his system? What exactly was Mr. Robot's plan? I mean, who were his targets? Was James Bond's speech with Mr. Robot a stupid, altered self-insert against toxic masculinity? Because it really felt like that. It felt like here's Bond, here's his daughter, the bad guy has her, and all of a sudden is basically calling this guy a man child. Now, I don't know about you, but I would probably use more careful words with someone like that. Was Ana de Armas' character supposed to be a fun pseudo date or a matronizing exercise of showing off that women can be just as good as you? Like, it felt kind of weird. Like, as a individual mission on itself, it felt good, but with everything around it, it feels like if you switch out the character, the actress playing that character, with the writer, it felt kind of with all the author self-insert things, it felt kind of like the writer was having vicarious fun. But the writer, because of all the specific things, like the plot of the movie is driven by men fucking up with incredibly stupid things there, with incredibly stupid decisions, and women just sort of being better than them. So if it wasn't someone as likable as Ana de Armas, if it was someone else, would I have liked that scene? Next, was 007B giving up her number really character development or some idiot thing they were giving something to the audience because of their fragile egos. Because it really feels like the if you pay attention to this stuff and associate it with wokeness, it feels like they think they're better than you and you are inherently juvenile and stupid while they are being juvenile and stupid, you know? Was that blonde jackass supposed to be some sort of stereotype of the nice guy? Like Church of Mormon? Like, how did. Why? He was a noticeable, like, I'm going to betray you because I'm an idiot character, and, like, the way he surprised them was kind of weird. Why did the bad guy poison Bond? Why wasn't Mr. Robot's Lucifer's motives? Why weren't they better explored? It felt weird. Why was M the one responsible? Why did the story end without any sort of sense of closure? You know? That ending scene wasn't sense of closure. It was a noticeably weird line. Like, you don't tell bonfire stories about James Bond. That's not how that works. It felt like the men in this movie all conspired to be hopelessly stupid so you could come to this conclusion, other than one gay man with some sort of dating issue we never got an explanation for. Why was Bond staying with him anyway? I don't. That was a weird thing. You crash a guy's date, you drink his alcohol, you drink his wine, and now you're sleeping in his bedroom. That was very weird. That bit that where they drank their friend's wine felt bitchy. It felt like an author's self-insert thing. It felt insulting. Bond abandoning his wife over nonsense. Why was he surprised that she was working where she was working? That doesn't track. That doesn't track at all. Why after all this kill him? It was a dramatically strange decision. Given the movie that we saw, it was a dramatically strange decision. You know, I don't get it. I mean, we all kind of get it, but where the actor managed to pull it off well, the more you think about it, the more you realize that wasn't a farewell to Bond. That was a, we think you're toxic. We're better than you. So fuck off and die. We want to pretend like we like the audience. We're special people because we're women. Aren't we just great because we're left wing and better than you? And it's like this bizarre boss babe mentality. Boss chick, boss girl, whatever you want to call it. Where I think they really, the mindset of this movie really was around female narcissism. So instead of giving the character a decent story, everything is now polluted with this bizarre I want to criticize you mentality. I mean, it's designed in a way where it's not overly intrusive, but once you finish the movie and once a day or two has passed, you realize, oh my fuck, that's what they're doing, isn't it? Like, whatever happened to the days when we had, progress in movies? We had Jessica Alba being a femme fatale and a cat burglar and a superhero, and she managed to not alienate people like a jackass. You know? We had Celine, we had Alice, we had the Hogfather's granddaughter, we had so many good stories. And we still kind of have some great stories, but you go into those stories feeling like, is this gonna be shit? Is someone going to insert I'm so better than you messaging in this or that movie? Juvenile, I'm so special mentality nonsense. Like, At least it was a good movie if you didn't watch the woke stuff. But it's really, it's people just stop it. You're not fooling anyone. We know you're toxic. We know you think you're better than people. We know we've been through this. It's over. Me Too was mixed, had mixed results. The backlash for Me Too is why people are looking at rape cases more critically now. Like, stop it. Stop it. Stop pretending like every man in the world is a 12-year-old toddler and you're his mother. It's annoying. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop.